Greetings guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette and this is my channel, Evolve with Monet. That's me. So good to share energy with you guys today. I'm going to do a quick reading. Let's see what we get into. How are you guys doing? Long time no see. Coming out strong, walking away from something and moving on. Star card energy, and then we're going to deal with a little bit of PTSD here with the Nine of Wands. What's the story, angels? Beautiful. Ace of Cups. That's the story. Love. Well, here's the thing. I want you, if you're dissuaded, because I have the Chariot and Love showing up in different ways. So I want you to understand this is about self-love that you've poured into you and that it's paid off. This is not a love story about you and someone else. This is about you. And this is about some things that you have gone through. This is about you resisting temptation. I'm hearing pass this cup before me. I'm hearing, oh my gosh, so much love. Ace of Cups again. Fell out. Ace of Cups again. I'm hearing love actually. And I'm hearing King of Swords. So let's talk about that in a new beginning. This is such a representation, and it may be a pretty quick message tonight. You have finally gotten it right. That's what your angels want you to know. You have resisted narcissistic attacks, fodder. You have slipped away from a narcissist. There's been some major thing that you've done, and what it is the greatest demonstration of self-love. You have stood up for yourself. I'm drawn right now to this mushroom, and this is a piece of gold obsidian. At the top there are gold flakes in it. This is specific. Oh, haters want to hate, lovers want to love. We'll take all of the above. Because you need a little hate to push you sometimes. You had someone who was hating on you, and they hated me saying that. So did you see how that just slipped right out of my little hands? Let me tell you something. This gold obsidian specifically is about taking your power back in a work situation or a situation that felt laborious, like you were under the thumb of a warden or somebody that was an overseer. Even if it wasn't actually a work situation, you were dealing with someone that was taking your power and acting as though you owed it to them. This stone specifically was very helpful for me in taking my power back many years ago. This gold obsidian, if you can find a piece of it. Now also what I see it as, this mushroom tip, we're going to channel some of the messages from the stone itself. This mushroom tip reminds me of the atom, okay? The atomic bomb, as well as the fact that a mushroom creates its own ecosystem. Behind me there are tons of mushrooms. I don't know if you guys can see that. And mushrooms have been a big theme for me this year. I was recently in California and I had an incredible mushroom trip, and there were so many revelations that shifted my reality completely, and it was so fantastic. But that's what happens when you start to see things differently. You are your own source, and they're asking me to kind of show this to you. You are your own source. You've always known exactly what to do. You don't need a partner. You don't need anyone with you, and you don't need a sidekick, and you don't need a work husband or a work wife. You just need to be your own light, and taking your power back is something that you did, and you finally did it right with the Ace of Cups coming up here. Clarify, is there anything else they need to know? What about this fear and this PTSD that they need to let go? They said you're going to fight for your right, and you will never be in a tower moment that rocks you to your soul or that ruins your life again. You are vigilant. I see this here. I see you here as a Page of Swords, standing guard, observing everyone that comes near you now. You're on guard is what they say, and you don't care what anybody has to say, and you don't care how good it is or how bad it is or how fluffy a message is. You are discerning. So that means you're discerning about what you're intaking and watching, whether it's me or somebody else. You are discerning about the people that are around you, your family members and friends. You are discerning because you have learned your lesson, and you are the star here. Now I'll flash it quickly because it's a naked woman, and you know YouTube is funny about all that. Let me clarify that star energy. It's Aquarian energy. Wishes coming true, people wanting to work with you, and stability becoming exactly the course that you are guided to. You have been putting in the effort. I'm hearing step by step, day by day, taking steps to the 10 of Pentacles, which is now headed your way. This next year for you is going to be pivotal in shifts about stability and work life and the realization of it, the realization of ships coming in. And your ancestors are overlooking you because they said, we always wanted this for you. We could not have it in this life the way that you will and the way that you do. So we are standing watch, we are standing guard, and we are rooting for you. Everyone is rooting for you. Travel is going to be part of this right now, and they want you to be selfish with the Nine of Pentacles here. They also want you to be very clear with your communication with this Eight of Wands. Your ancestors are guiding you to use your words. They said it is your time to be heard. Now, this is not just about being heard. This is about scripting your life, okay? So literally, they guided me to this, which I keep on my bookshelf. Transform your life through handwriting. So this is a whole book and series that I've talked about before, but when I started to shift my life many years ago, it was this workbook and daily practice which took me to the life I live today. I didn't think a single thing about it. And she talks about how writing letters differently is retraining your mind and new synapses are firing. It's very specific. It's interesting. It comes with a CD. I'll open it for some of you guys to see. It comes with flashcards so that you can read what she says. I will see what's on this card. There are no shoulds in my life. I am at peace. Angel Zachriel is what I wrote. Angel of surrender. So I literally wrote on each of the cards. The next one, family of learning and evaluating, declaring why. I speak of my talents with joy and gratitude. Earth grounded and practical. Gaia creation. Sarah Viti, goddess of the arts and all things creative. And I was working with creative meditations earlier, so it's so funny that this randomly pops up, but this must be for you. Who is the artist out there that has work to do? I know one for sure, and I'm speaking nothing but blessings over you. I hope you finish that piece that you were contracted to do. But for everyone else, there is work for you. And if you're like, I'm not an artist, Monette, but then you have a hand and you have writing that you can do. I'll read one more here. Love this. I stand behind my decisions unflinchingly. Sandalphon, the angel of power. Reliance on my own clear inner authority. This is so powerful, and this is exactly why you got to this place in the sweet by and by. Meaning, you relied on your own authority. You relied on yourself. You decided to stop asking everyone else for help. You decided to stop giving your energy to people around you and putting power in their hands to ask what you should do. And that's how come you got yourself out of that tower moment and into the clear. And that's how come 2024 is going to be your best freaking year. You are in goddess energy. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm wearing a piece of art that was gifted to me by the artist that I just referred to with the commissioned piece. Beautiful, sweet Simbala. She is a friend of the channel and a friend of me, and I'm so grateful for that. But she has a series called Women of the World, and it's such a beautiful thing to see. You have divine feminine energy coursing through you. Even you, Mr. Chalk Chalk. We all have work to do, and there is some powerful goddess energy that is channeling through you. So if you tap into that and if it resonates, then understand that you will never be subject to be snacked by a narcissist again. No narcissist can ever come in and get you off your path. They can never stab you in the back. You clearly see because you are moving with goddess energy. Now, I can't make this up. I was closing the box, but I'm drawn back to this here because I feel like I just channeled something and I didn't mean to. I was guided. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Let's read this again. Sarasvati, goddess of the arts and all things creative. Wow, you can't make it up. I'm wearing, if you guys could see this, I'm going to try to get as close as I can. It is literally the goddess body. Now it is naked, so I won't get too close, but it's literally the goddess body, voluptuous, rotund, the whole thing of yesteryear, right? What we used to be as beautiful goddesses for all to see. And so Sarasvati may be a goddess that some of you guys are working with, or look up this goddess, and here's my hieroglyphics. Sarasvati Sarasvati. Do you guys see that? This would be an East Indian goddess, I am sure, and it's of the arts and all things creative. I speak of my talents with joy and gratitude. So even if your talent is that you make a fantastic jambalaya, know to yourself that you are being guided with goddess energy very specifically to speak of your talents and to make sure that people know who and what you are. So anyway, transform your life through handwriting. I highly recommend. There's a California client that I have who is a client and a friend as well, another person from that region. This would be fantastic for you as you are a Gemini. This would be fantastic work for you to do. It's really interesting, so I highly recommend this for you too. So transform your life. The author is Vilmala Rogers, and it includes 2 CDs, a guidebook, a blank journal, and 26 cards. I went past the journal and would be writing on, I had my own notebooks and various things. I also wrote on the cards. Writing was part of the life. Anyway, it's time to scribe. Let's talk about the Chariot here, and then we'll move on quickly. 2 of Cups. So partnership is destined for some of you guys, and I don't care how you feel about it. It's something you need to know. But that's after you have taken the time to grow. So don't think that it's something that's immediate that's going to pop up. It is something that's going to come when you're ready to have that cup filled up, okay? You get to decide, and you can write that down too, exactly what kind of love or energy you want to bring to you. Now, if it's partnership in business that you're seeking, let's say you are a creative and you're wanting to have your gifts be peeking out into the world, and you want validation, or you want to work with someone, or you want to get into an art studio, or let's say you want to start your own catering business, or you want to start your own looming business and knitting, and you want to get on TikTok, they're saying you are being divinely guided to make the partnership pop, and it is by ancestors that are looking over you. I heard, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. Let me handle my business, man. That is Jay-Z, who I'm hearing the Book of Hove. I got to see that exhibit. It was an art exhibit, ironically, in a library where things are scripted and scribed, where there are annals of books. And it was about Jay-Z, and his words were on the building for everyone to look. And it was amazing because I've always been touched by his music, but I'm hearing it so clearly. Blue, I didn't even realize it. Look at that. It's the blueprint. The blueprint. They're saying there's a high, strong guidance that I'm channeling right now for you to be writing down the whys and the hows of your life. There is a high, strong guidance for you to be writing down exactly how you feel like life is going to play out for you, because you, they said, have scripting and writing to do. It's the blueprint. Wow. Thank you, angels. Last thing, the 8 of Cups here. You were divinely guided to walk away from situations. Now, it caused you a lot of anxiety when you did it, because you weren't sure, and you thought, am I ever going to have love? But you show up here as the Queen of Cups. So when you walked away from situations, it could have been families, it could have been friends, it could have been lovers, it could have been husbands and wives, it could have been whatever. But when you were guided to walk away from that, you thought, is this ever an endeavor that I will find myself back in? Will I ever feel the warmth, that embrace of love again? You had a lot of anxiety with the 9 of Swords, a lot of overthinking, but there was also duplicity and betrayal. I don't like to see all those multiple swords, because that means that some kind of evil was trying to prevail, and you would not allow it to do so. So you did exactly the right thing, and you were listening to your ancestors, and you walked away. You were guided to walk away so that you could live another day. I'm hearing, I guess I'll die another day. It's not my time to go. The narcissist, the evildoer, the people that did not have your best interest at heart were not supposed to stick around while you were to grow. See, sometimes God will really remove people out of your life right before you take flight. And you may be like, but I wanted to go with them. Started from the bottom, now we're here. I started from a bottom, and the whole thing disappeared. I didn't realize that the people that I valued so much would never be near the success that I grew. They could never touch what I was to do. And the same is true for you. Let's get one more card before we go out. So good sharing energy with you guys tonight. The Strength card. This is what you're about. I love it. Leo energy. Now, I will tell you that is me, but I will also tell you that it is she, it is you, it is he. It is the energy of you to stick to your guns, to get the work done that you you need to do. I'm hearing by next August. And 8 is a number of abundance. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. 8, that infinity sign. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Let me handle my businessman. It is so good that you finally have stepped into your primal power. This is your power hour. With the Leo energy here, it is about territorialism. It's about being primal. It's about knowing that what belongs to you, who is for you, and what is against you. That means you know your enemies and you know your angels. That means you know your ancestors and you know those demons. And that is the shadow work that you were called to do. That's why the tower fell before you. That's why the narcissist tried to ensnare you. That's why the family member betrayed you. That's why the co-workers gossiped about you. That's why they never gave you the proper raise. That's why they were talking about you for days. If they talked about Jesus, then why wouldn't they talk about you, goddess? Because you were stronger than them. Scared to death, scared to look. Ain't no such things as halfway crooks. They were weighed in the balance and found wanting. They were not up to goodwill hunting. They were hunting your blessings. They were hunting and stressing you. And that's why they had to be removed, because the 10 of Pentacles is your birthright. It is a thing that you were called to do. I have it twice here in the spread today with ancestors overlooking you. You see the shadow figure here? They said your blessings are here to stay. So they wanted to remove the hellhounds that did abound you. They wanted to put you into community because you had work to do. Your sacral is being healed right now. Do you see the color orange? And your heart. These two things that broke you apart. And in the background, you are being gifted with divine wisdom, and the depression is being lifted. That spirit of depression is being lifted. That spirit of sadness is being lifted. That spirit of inertia is being lifted. You are no longer stagnant. They said it is broken. They said, ring the bell. I'm ringing the bell. And I'm wishing you well. This is about communication, and this is about leaving hell. See, we've been there long enough, and that's okay. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes there's lessons there to learn, but I can't make this up with the 8 of Pentacles. You are a master. You have learned. You could teach a master class. With the 8 of Pentacles, you have been busy at work doing exactly what you were called to do. You have now mastered that part of your life. There is no more work left for you there. Nothing else to investigate. No more energy to invest. No more time to care. It's on to new things. It's goddess energy and all of the beauty that it brings. See, we have been Kali, yes? Kali, the goddess who would devour the demons because she couldn't stand injustice. We earth angels couldn't stand injustice, and now they're saying it's the 9 of Cups for us. That's called soft life, sis. That's called wish fulfillment. That's called having all the things that are called to you. And they said the anxiety will have to flee. They said the person in the mirror is not the person that you are called to be. That's the person that you were for a season when it felt like your enemies were encamped around you. But just like David, you cried out, high priestess energy, and you said, my God, why have you forsaken me? And he said, get quiet in the night. Pay attention to those dreams as I send in angels that will help you to take flight. You are the high priestess. You are the shaman. You are the undoer of the curses. You are the awareness of the evildoers that surround. I didn't send you on this earth to keep you down. I sent you here to teach you how to free yourself. Get quiet. The high priestess observes. And then it formulates a plan. It never tells its secrets. It doesn't yield to any woman or man. The high priestess is ever wise, and it balances dark and light. Things are always simple. It is black and white. It is not blurred lines, and it is no illusion. Come on, magician. It is not confusion. But in your hand, you have become the alchemist. That's how we flip the magician, and we flip the illusion, and we take back our power, and we move away from confusion and back to being in our strength. This is the power that you've been lent. These are the gifts that have been downloaded to you. This is the soul work that you are on earth to do. So if you think it's all darkness and tears, they said, move forward, because there are so many years left of prosperity. It is a guarantee. This reading tonight is not about who's loving you. It's about the fact that you chose to love thee. I'm talking to this man, woman, empath, earth angel in the mirror. You took accountability for your life, and they said, you now know exactly what you are to do to take flight. One last card, and then we will say goodnight. I'm telling you, the universe is collaborating with you. You have been weighed in the balance with the Judgment card here. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Two of Cups. Anything you want. You see that Leo energy there? You see that Strength card? This is what will be following you throughout the next year. If you want partnership and love, you can have it. If you want business partnership, you can have it. If you want to come into greater commune with the divine, and that's the partnership that you're seeking after, that's what makes you feel mighty fine, you can have it. It is for you. You have spiritual work to do, or loving work to do, or business work to do, but you get to be the writer of the future that lays before you. So good sharing energy with you. Come back and join me next time. We'll continue to evolve together.